of all the temples. Around 60, 70 AD, they think it was taken to Edessa, Turkey, and it remained there under the control of the first Christian city king, King Akbar, who was, legend has it, cured of leprosy by the touching the shroud. So at that point in time, he became a Christian. Of course, he's a king, so everybody's a Christian, too bad, like it or not. So that was the first Christian city. Now, what's important is that there's historical data that maybe 2 or 3 generations later, his sons or grandsons took over and reverted to paganism. So at that point, the mentioning of the shroud disappears. So the theory then is the believers hid it, all right? So it disappears until 525 AD, all right? Now, why do we think we know that date? 2 things happen in 525 AD. There's an archaeological flood in Edessa, Turkey, all right? And the walls are kind of beat up, falling apart. And the way the story goes, they were trying to fix one of the walls, and inside the wall was a box with a shroud in it. So it was rediscovered. Now, to pin the date to 525, this is going to be very interesting. This is an artist drawing pictures of Jesus' face before 525. Clean-shaven, young guy, short hair. These are mosaics in some of the churches in Edessa. All of a sudden, every single painting and mosaic done after 525, this is done in 550, a painting, has the image of Christ in an artist's opinion with long hair, beard, mustache, a lot older looking than 20, this is 14 years old, this is 32 years old, but a lot older looking, okay? This is actually carbon dated to 550 AD and is a painting that's in the Sinai Peninsula. So from that point to 2014, all of you recognize this as what we think Christ looked like. Before, not used to that shot. All right? So what made them do that? They were looking at the face of the Shroud of Turin. All right. This is a digital overlay of the face of the shroud put in the position of the painting to show that the painter did a mighty good job. So if you put the distance between the middle of his eye, here and here, distance between his tip of his nose and his eye, the wideness of his mouth, the distance from his eye to mouth, the distance of his beard, it matches up in 180 points called points of congruence. So the features of the man in this picture matches the shroud man in 180 positions. This can be used in a court of law to prove somebody guilty, and you need about 37 points of congruence, not 180. 550 AD. So that's, you know, I'm not making this up. This is real. So this makes it, to people that study it and understand it, it makes it pretty convincing this has to be something real.